This is the Weather Xtreme video for August the 1st, Sunday. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters, and it looks like just the heat keeps rolling on and the forecast is pretty monotonous, so I thought I might show a picture differently this morning. How about this shot? Had the opportunity to do a little bird photography down at Gulf Shores or Orange Beach, and this is at Gulf State Park, and just thought I would share that picture of Henry the Heron. Well, I don't know. I don't know if he has a name or not, but anyway, he was sure keeping his eye on me. All right, how about some Skycam imagery? There's Birmingham this morning as we look out over a clear sky, and clear skies at Fayette as well, although you can see just a few little clouds up there in the sky, but the sun beaming in on the courthouse there at Fayette, and then the sun also beaming in on another landmark, the Edmund Pettus Bridge at Selma. So just a beautiful morning across central Alabama. Tropics beginning to get a little bit more active. We're watching two areas, and the one out in the mid-Atlantic, way down in the South Atlantic, is actually looking a little healthier, although there's not an absolute sign yet, but the National Hurricane Center has just recently put a 60% probability of development on that particular area. Here's the cloud imagery from Africa all the way over to the Gulf of Mexico, and you can see a very large cluster there in the south central Atlantic, plus some clouds in the Caribbean Sea, but we're still watching that one primarily in the South Atlantic. So we'll be watching that for development. Still got a weak front, which has kept much of Georgia and Tennessee, especially the eastern half of Tennessee, wet with showers yesterday. In the upper atmosphere, we're still dealing with this semi-permanent ridge, it seems like, just to our west. And that is just being the main influence, and that is going to get stronger through about Wednesday and Thursday, and then weaken once again. And maybe there's even some signs in the long range that we'll be seeing some good changes that could cool things off. Temperatures this morning starting off again in the 70s, Birmingham at 79, and I know my midnight temperature was 81, so that's just not good. Showers continue to be isolated at best and focus primarily on east central and northeast Alabama. And some spots got quite a bit of rain, on the order of maybe 1 to 3 inches yesterday in some of those very slow-moving storms. But for the most part, everybody stayed dry, unfortunately. Storm Prediction Center outlooking slight risk for the Dakotas on day 1, which is today through Monday morning. Day 2, that risk shifts slightly eastward, and that is Monday into Tuesday morning. All right, here's the 06Z GFS model run, and as you would expect, just isolated showers at the surface today. And again, I think we, for the most part, stay dry. Now, focusing on the upper atmosphere, which is where pretty much the main features are, the high builds in, once again, the ridge builds in very strongly, and that upper ridge just stays with us and gets even stronger on Tuesday. So once again, I think a lot of high temperatures this week are going to be flirting with 100 degrees, whether that's 98 or 102. It's going to be around that value. On Wednesday, there's a little bit of maybe a sort of a shrinking of the upper ridge, but it's still fairly strong. And Thursday, look at this. It's gone. Well, isn't that marvelous? We're still under that ridge, but we certainly see a very big trough moving across northern Canada. And that, of course, may help to increase some showers and thunderstorms as the... Now, we're not talking about an all-day rain. We're not talking about everybody getting wet, but we're still in a shower pattern. But certainly the possibility of a little bit greater coverage by Thursday is there. No 594 heat bubble visible. And, of course, we do have a little bit of something out there in the Atlantic, an upper reflection, at least, an upper reflection of perhaps a tropical system. Still no 594, although it kind of looks like just to the east-northeast of Lubbock, perhaps. We're getting a little center in there. And then it does come back on Sunday, a week from today. But as it does, of course, that means that we've got a little stronger trough in the eastern part of the country, and that could bring another front kind of down into the area and help to create a little bit more unsettled weather. As I mentioned, in the long range, it looks like there are some signs. Look at this. Wow, the amplitude of all these things. This is the 12th of August, and the amplitude is getting much greater. Of course, that ridge bulging all the way up into northern Canada, but the trough both on the west coast and the east coast showing some signs of helping us out by maybe cooling us off. And then, wow, look at the end of the period. This is the 18th of August. Could this mean a real drop and maybe getting back to temperatures around typical, like 90 instead of near 100? Well, very much possibly, but we'll see. That is a long way out into voodoo country. Well, I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Thanks for tuning in to the Weather Xtreme video. Expect to have the next one posted by James Spann on Monday morning. In the meantime, have a great day and Godspeed.